Good evening again. Right now, Great American Insurance has closed for the day. This in light of the shootings that are targeting the tower.
The tower itself is still open, but the urgency to find out who's responsible is growing by the minute. We're digging even deeper into this story. We have team coverage of the story we first broke on WCPO.com yesterday. Investigative reporter Jason Law is talking to experts about where these shots are coming from. But we begin with Tom McKee with the latest on the tension at Queen City Square. Tom?
Well, Carol, that certainly is correct tonight. It's a safe bet that 4 shootings in 9 days have left a lot of people on edge here at Queen City Square. That includes people who work in the complex, businesses around it, and of course, Cincinnati police. Someone is disrupting the normal flow and the normal feeling of safety and security downtown, and police want to put a stop to it right now. New bullet holes through windows Tuesday morning. A wood covering for glass shattered by gunplay. Panes of glass covered with duct tape to keep them intact. Cincinnati police do not believe they're random or coincidental incidents. And right now, they don't have a motive.
I don't want to assume anything. All I know is, for whatever reason, for anybody doing it, on the back end of it, they're putting people in fear. They're risking people's safety, and that's more important to me than why they may be doing it.
Queen City Square employees were greeted with highly visible security both in and around the building.
I noticed you when I walked in at like 7 this morning. There was already somebody at the front door, checking for people coming in. They're looking for badges.
The In-Between Tavern lies in the shadow of Queen City Square and draws a substantial lunchtime trade from employees there. Owner Bob Layton says he doesn't like shootings so close by.
Well, we get nuts everywhere. That's just the way it is. You know what's happening. You see it on nightly news. Somebody's always firing a gun somewhere.
The gunshots dominated the lunchtime conversation on Tuesday.
I don't have any concern for ourselves here. I have concern for the people over there.
For David Dinsburg of Downtown Cincinnati Incorporated, it's a matter of doing whatever is needed to work with police to keep downtown safe.
In all my years here, I've never seen anything like this before. I'm hopeful that this is just an isolated case, and we'll continue to work in partnership with the Cincinnati police.
Of course, the most recent shootings have come early Monday morning, early Tuesday morning, and last night after we broke this story, 6 hours later, that morning shooting happened again. Police hope that is not a pattern they want to have continue. Tom McKee, not on your side, live downtown.
Tom, thank you. Finding out who's responsible for these shootings and stopping them from happening again is a challenge for police.
Investigative reporter Jason Law continues our team coverage. He is digging deeper to find out what information can help catch the shooter or shooters. Jason.
I'm going to use Google Earth to show you an aerial view of where Tom McKee was of the building. And this, of course, is Great American Tower right here. Fort Washington Way actually runs, as most of us know, two ways, both ways in front of the tower. It's right around here on Fort Washington Way where police believe that these shots originated from. But if they're going to catch the person who is doing this, one expert says that they have to concentrate on why they're doing this.
Driving along Fort Washington Way at 50 miles an hour, the Great American Tower isn't in your view for very long. So if the shots were fired from here, were they fired from inside a car or from someone standing on the side of the road? And why do it 4 times in less than 2 weeks?
First of all, nobody does anything for no reason. The trick is figuring out what the reason is for them.
Former Cincinnati police officer and UC Police Chief Gene Ferrara says based on the time of day, the shooter probably isn't trying to hurt anyone.
The fact that they're doing it at night, as you said, could be either they don't want to get caught or because they really don't want to hurt anybody. I think it's about causing a stir, creating damage, getting publicity, whatever.
Cincinnati police also believe the weapon is a handgun, which Ferrara says is sufficient if you want to hit a target as big as the Great American Tower.
I don't know how specific their intent is as to which window on which floor, but if you're just talking about hitting a window on a building with a handgun, that's a shot that most people could make from 100 yards. If you have the angle of the entry of the bullet and where it landed inside the building, then you've got an angle. That angle gives you a trajectory.
And Ferrara says if you have that angle, you can pinpoint where the shot was fired from. Now, we looked back to see if this has happened before this month. I checked police records from the last year, and there's no reports of any other shots being fired into the building from 2014. Tanya?
Such a puzzle. Thanks, Jason. As you've seen, this story is developing by the hour, and you've certainly been talking about it. Our coverage continues at WCPO.com. We have a timeline of when these shootings have occurred, and you can get instant updates as new details come out. Follow at WCPO on Twitter and like the 9 on Your Side Facebook page.